Alright.
Hold on, Ven's currently
So-
eating the jerky that Vyri was making.
Hey, you know what? Listen, sometimes in the middle of a enemy monologue, you get hungry, okay? And she was kind of monologuing.
That's very
Skyrim
true.
combat. This is basically Skyrim combat, just shoving, after seeing the boss, you just shove a load of food in you. And hold on, let me heal up
Just
food.
push it. 100%.
Anyway.
So yes, before we took our break, you guys had successfully, with the help of Mira and her tactical expertise, apparently, you guys had successfully rescued her mother and had a little bit of an emotional reunion before you were quickly gestured to go outside. Amidst combat, when you ran into Del again, who had kicked ass and taken some names of some Sith in his search for his family, his crew. As you guys were getting ready to head to the Peachy, that is when Yara showed up. And Yara kind of delved into a monologue, more or less said to hand over Mira and her mother, or else. You can imagine what the else was.
Or else
And
you're gonna
amidst
catch this
conversation-
knuckle sandwich.
I love it.
That's canon.
That is canon. That's 100% canon. And then during the conversation, she just kind of withdrew her saber, and that's where we ended the break. So Yara now has her saber out. She's still looking casual, like this is nothing to her. This is whatever. But her blade is out, and Vyri, when she ignites the blade, you kind of see a bit more of the insanity in her gaze. Her eyes just kind of light up. It's like anytime her lightsaber is lit up, she just seems to lose it a little bit more, and the holocron continues to like levitate in front of her chest before it slowly moves and goes into a pocket at her side. And she kind of twirls the blade and it hums as she looks at you, and she goes, "You think you can take me, Yara? Let's dance." And she immediately changes forms, and her insanity turns into just sheer determination. And it's like this was a ruse. All of a sudden, she is ready, and she has her saber out with another hand just kind of gesturing at you. This dull, like non-emotion face. It was like a light had switched on her.
Nani?
Everyone else who had watched this is like Vyri takes a step forward, and like they had ignited their sabers at the same time. Is not the two white sabers, but rather her original purple saber is the one that she had gone back for, and is the one that she takes out and ignites right now.
Ooh. Okay.
We don't have to fight, Yara. Just let them go. We can talk.
As you do that, she just kind of scoffs. And she goes, "Now where would the fun be in that? Hand over the Twi'leks. Not gonna warn you again."
That smiles a little bit too. The fuck?
You have
When she says
names,
what's
you asshole.
"No,
Sassy.
slaves like you don't have names. You have a purpose." She says that as she's still looking at Vyri.
Ooh, yeah, that pissed her off.
Mira is going to pull something off of her bag.
The minute you do, you are suddenly frozen.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, the second Vyri sees Yara do something to freeze her, she goes, "They're family, and her name's Mira and Ada," and she just starts running up, and we'll engage.
Okay. Go ahead and try to roll and hit her, if you will.
She's not like attacking her yet. She's going up and like running up and maybe it does a little flippy thing, but it's on the defensive.
As you do that, you see Yara just kind of smirk in amusement. And she...
Oh, actually, yeah. When she goes into a defensive position, then you notice she no longer goes into her sorry form, but into like one foot goes behind the other, and the saber she goes into your stance as if she's holding a double.
Oh,
saber.
B. Oh.
Yeah.
I have a question really fast. Does Vyri, what is your did you end up taking negative? Do you still have negative points on your lightsaber checks, or are you full now?
I'm full. I've been full
Okay.
for a while.
Just wondering. I have a couple teacher like skill tree things, so I was gonna do something to help you, but never
I mean,
mind.
I have a negative on my saber. Totally, at least on my purple one, because I'm not used to using one saber. Make it be cute. Use it. Do it. It's narrative. It's good. It makes sense.
I'm gonna
You can try.
I don't let Angie. Is that real? Is that okay?
You can try.
I mean, it's not even really any. Anne is trying very hard not to do much to provoke because she wants to make sure she's free if she does need to act. So she's like biding her time, but she figures speaking isn't really going to do anything to draw attention. But she's like standing by Mira, and so she just says, Vyri, you can do this. And yeah, so basically I suffer 2 strain, and then you get oh no, I do multiple. Okay, yeah, sorry, I can suffer 3 strain, and you get those amount of dice to your next check.
Ooh,
Does that make sense?
shit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. How much is that? How many dice?
3.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's when you see her like switch into Ven's stance.
Nice.
Okay. As
And
you do that,
she's going on the defensive. Yeah, just telling Yara, the same thing as earlier. Like, I'm not gonna fight you. You can come back to the light side. It's not too late.
you had such high hopes, but Orphala was better. And there's suddenly a gust of wind. You are thrown back into the air. And I'm going to need to have you do let's see.
Almost
I'm gonna need you to make a discipline check to see if you actually land or if you fall on your ass.
You can
Son of a
use
bitch.
what I gave you on anything. You don't have to use it on this, but
y-
you can use it.
yeah.
On
Well, because I'm not gonna get embarrassed. I'm guessing I have to choose to use those dice before I roll anything, right? Or can I see the result? And is it like a bardic inspiration where I can like choose to do it?
It doesn't say. It just says you add them in your next check.
Right, but during, not after the check.
Or here, I'll read the writing again. It says
I'll let Angie to show you that one.
it just says add an equal number of dice to an ally's next check.
Say
Okay,
ye,
so
DM.
I'm gonna say that you have to add them immediately. It cannot be an afterthought.
In her defensive position. Oh, look at that!
Look
at that, Ben! Let's go! Yeah, she gets pushed
Go,
back, but she
Vyri,
usually
go.
recovers like in this graceful backflip, and twirling just like Ben does, like in battle song or dance, and then lands softly. Nice try.
As you do that, she just kind of smirks at you, and all of a sudden, Vyri, you get this strange feeling of deja vu. And you just kind of see everything shift around you, and you're suddenly more hyper aware of the sounds of combat in the distance. And you see Yara in front of you. Your eyes lift up. The rest of you were aware as this is going on, the sound of a shuttle coming in. And as you guys look up, Vyri, you also find yourself looking up, even though you know what's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. But you look up. You look up, and suddenly this woman lunges out of this shuttle, and she lands in a superhero landing right before you. She is kneeled. She is cloaked. The rest of you don't know who this is. You get the sense from Vyri that she recognizes this person somehow.
Yeah, Vyri went from a calm, like talking like to Yara to this like clenched jaw and why aren't you getting to the ship? Like back at her like Vyri like fuck you mode.
I can't move.
At this, what are you whining about? I am in the middle of something. Go away.
Sorry.
Yeah, she still holds like she still has them on hold like while she like we were even.
I was getting to that until Padfoot interrupted me with random whining for no reason. Yes, but you see this woman land, and her head, this hooded figure looks up, and you just see this change from the determined Yara to the like excited, giggly, psychotic bitch that she was not even 5 minutes previous. And she just kind of does this little dance and plays, and she just goes, "I knew it. I knew you'd come." And you see this woman, you see this woman rise, and she turns and looks at you, Vyri, and the rest of you see this woman. And all she says to you and the rest of your group is, "Run." Before she turns back to Yara and she lowers the hood. The rest of you now see this woman in her entirety. She is about Yara's age, a little bit older. And she looks, you happen to notice that one of her hands is mechanical. And her hair is hiding one eye. Very clear.
Vyri knows.
But she turns back to Yara. And her hand kind of goes, her hand goes to her hip. And she goes, "You will leave them alone. Fight is with me." And you just...
fuck you, it fights with me.
Yara just starts her little giggling. And she seems a little bit distracted by Orfala. So Mira and Del, you suddenly feel this hold that's getting you. Let go. Like it's almost violent how quickly it lets go. And Yara seems to kind of be ignoring you, Vyri. She seems to be kind of lost in her little giddy world. And Orfala slightly turns her head and she goes, "Vyri,
Probably pissed off Vyri
I
even more.
said run."
Ven is like takes like Mira's like shoulders and like kind of like pushes her like to start running. You know,
Mira
like,
is Mira
let's
is
go.
Mira is
Io is
pulling her
gone.
mama. Like,
Perfect.
let's
Yeah, just
let's
go,
go, let's go, let's
go.
go, let's go, let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Mira is
Ada.
full on like, Mom, let's go now.
She has a very tight hold on you, Mira. Don't worry about that. And she starts running with you with Io towards the ship. And all of a sudden you hear like this sound of metal, and before you realize it, there's a sword out in Orfala's hand. It looks sharp. It looks to be vibrating. It looks like it is stained with years of blood.
Jeez, I'll clean your sword at some point.
And she turns back to Yara and she goes, "You will leave them alone? You want me? You got me, bitch." She just swirls this blade in a fashion that rivals Io. And immediately she goes and she engages. And you can hear the whine of saber versus metal and this hissing as these two women engage in combat. And all you see, Vyri, is Orfala turn to you with this sad look before she just screams, "Run!" She continues to engage in combat with Yara. And instantaneously, as soon as that happens, another sandstorm kicks up, and you can only see flickers of the sparks in there.
You cut out there after the flicker of sparks. What'd you say?
All you can see are the flickers of sparks in this sandstorm. And what do the rest of you want to do? Io and
Io-
Mira and his
Yeah, they're all
running.
running. I am like hovering
No.
pretty, like I'm pretty close to
No.
Vyri, like just, and I am, I'm basically like breathe, focus on the force. We have our priority, but she's like hesitating, waiting to see like what Vyri is thinking or doing. Because she noticed the change in mood from being like, I'm very calm, I'm going to do this, to like, why you suck? So
Yeah.
I feel like
Does Vyri sees them running and getting to the ship, or like going in that direction, at least like getting away?
Yeah. You definitely see you see Mira and Io and Ada just bolting to the ship.
Get the fuck out! Oh.
She goes,
Yeah.
just takes a breath, looks at bends and nods, join you, and then runs into the storm towards the flicker, and is going to.
Slammed against this wall behind you. And
Swing at Yara?
Yeah. Yara just
Yeah,
kind
tell me what the names are.
of so many names, a little time.
Bouncing off the wall, she'll look back at her with this.
Okay. As you go to swing your blade at her, she just kind of deftly moves. It's like she knew you were coming, and her body just shifts She does almost this twisting bend backwards. Her saber's still locked in combat with Orphala, and she just kind of looks at you with this little grin and goes, ah. And again, you are jettisoned. This time up and over. And I'm going to need another check to see if you land on your ass.
Ven.
Yeah, Ven is already like starting to like make her way around like towards the ship, but like close to the middle, you know, like keeping an eye on Vyri. It's sort of like, you know how when you're letting your kid play in the park and you're not like pushing them on the swing. But, like you're there to like catch them if they fall off the swing. Like that's what I'm doing.
That is not the most accurate description of taking care of Vyri I've ever heard.
Beautiful.
Ven.
What? She's
Do
like
you have
looking at the.
What?
Do you have her? And he's pointing over to Vyri. Do you have her?
What does he mean?
Do you have her back?
Oh, yeah, Ven nods. She goes, yeah.
I'll see you on the ship.
Yeah.
And as he's running away, you hear him speaking in Mandalorian. He's going to say, as he's running away, code Red Veil. It's an old term that was used in the Mandalorian War, basically saying that, hey, we got a new friendly on the battlefield. Don't shoot them. Because as far as Del is concerned, Orphala is a friendly right now. So, and he's relaying her.
Tell that to Vyri.
Pardon?
So don't tell that to Vyri that you think Orphala is a friendly.
Yeah. He's just shouting out her description in the sandstorm as he's like rushing off into the dark, into the sandstorm vanishing. But he's also, you know, while he's away, he's going to report to the Mandalorians and tell them, hey, high priority target is literally right here. Come get them. Come help out.
Okay.
So yeah. Del
Ooh,
pulling some strings.
I am so glad he doesn't have eyes right now.
Like that.
Sand.
It gets everywhere.
Okay.
Is the Peachy Keen like firing up at all?
Oh
The
yeah.
Peachy Keen is already set up and ready to go. Io and Mira, as you're running towards it, you see the loading dock down, and Joseph is there with a gun out, but he's gesturing for you guys to hurry up and move. He's just kind of staring at where the combat is.
Io will push Ida ahead of him.
I'm going to make sure that my mama gets on before I do.
She is clinging to you tightly. You both are going on, or neither of you are going on.
Io pushes both up.
Get on!
Yep. She's going in. I'm right behind her.
Um,
Let's go.
And then Io will run to the pilot's seat after they've gotten on. Kind of shooing Terabyte off to his little seat.
As Io and that are jumping on the ship, Del will grab Joseph. Get on the gun! I'll get on the other one. We're gonna go air support.
he just gives you kind of a subtle nod, glances back out there, and then he takes off to the other gun. Meanwhile, then you're kind of watching this happen and kind of keeping an eye on Vyri.
Yeah, I'm like kind of sort of like pacing around, and I have like my lightsaber out, like ready to do something, but I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just like beep 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 beep
Okay.
beep beep.
Vyri, I'm gonna say that when you land, you kind of land hard on your back this time. You weren't expecting. You were so sure of yourself with that follow through that you would hit her that nothing happened. But as you land and immediately get back up to get back into it, you kind of see Fala takes
Mhm.
something and then smack it onto Yara's chest and then push her off. Before she turns and looks at you and she goes, Yara, I said, and all of a sudden, Vyri, sorry. All of a sudden you kind of see this red blade stab out through Orfala's left shoulder. And
Ow.
she looks at it a moment before her body is then shoved, pushed over towards you guys, and Orfala rolls into the dirt. Yara is standing there behind her, looking crazed and pissed as she's just staring at you guys. She swirls her blade and she goes, well, so much for friends. And then at that moment, there's an explosion. And Yara goes flying. The dust kicks up and you don't know where she is. All you know is Orfala is laying next to you as this dust storm worsens, holding on to this wound in her shoulder and trying to get up on her own.
Then starts heading over. But I'm sure Vyri's there first, so.
I was gonna say when she landed on her back, Vyri kind of like stood up and was, I think, more in shock than anything. But seeing her come over, she deactivated the lightsaber. Was looking down at Orfala, kind of confused, not sure how to react. You'll be fine, and goes down to grab Orfala, and Ben's not gonna like this, but in a like weird motion of like, fine, come with us, and like, I hate you. You see the electricity in her hand extend, and she singes closed the blade wound just enough to like singe it, like, you know, like so it's not bleeding,
Yes.
and then yeah, and then is gonna grab her and is going to help her to her feet towards the Peachy Keen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Io-
figured, I was hoping Io was gonna fly over, so like something like we jump up to the ramp.
Then probably
Yeah.
gives Vyri like a look, but she gets the other side of Orfala.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, that was definitely not a Ben top move.
No, that was not.
While we're on the ramp though, like if they get up to the ramp and Yuri would let Ben take Orfala into the ship, Yuri would like be hanging on to like the edge of the ramp and like one of the pipe, like the little metal things holding it up. Does she see Yara at all now that they're up in the air above the sandstorm?
As you guys are going up, you do see her, and she's just kind of standing there with her saber out, and her eyes are locked onto yours.
I take the purple saber and I throw it her way and just yell out, "There's always hope," and turn and go into the ramp.
As Elle and Joseph are attacking enemy forces who are now aware of you, then you get Orfala in, and they're kind of situated, and she seems frustrated, nervous, and obviously in some pain, and you kind of get her situated. All of a sudden, though, you get this piercing pain in your head, and it drags you down to the floor. Your hands just immediately go to your head, and there's this loud whining sound. But nobody else seems to be aware of it, or you kind of see Orfala in your peripheral, like, sit up, like, what the hell is going on? And all of a sudden, just the whining stops, but you can't hear anything except for a laugh.
Then I had a feeling you would be coming here. Now I see it was for the Twi'lek. You can have your win on this day. My sights are set on another. In this one, you won't be able to save. Unless you turn yourself and your crew over to me. Then perhaps you can stop the bloodshed.
Just as quickly as it sets in upon you, it cuts off.
She keeps almost opening mouth to be like, you, and then like it cuts off.
And suddenly you're there, you're still on your knees, but the pain is gone, and you're looking up and you see her follow there, like her hand is kind of at her blade. Looking at you with a mixture of confusion and concern and worry. And you just kind of look at her a bit in awe. Before it dawns on you that that was your husband reaching out to you. And he made a very sane threat.
Can Vyri walk in and see that? I wasn't sure like where they're at.
Vyri could 100% walk in. Anybody could walk in and have seen her behave that way.
Yeah, white saber to the
getting
throat.
the fuck out.
I wouldn't touch that sword if I were you.
Oh, wait,
And are you
wait.
okay?
Okay. First of all, a
a lot
couple
going on.
questions. Establishing questions. Okay, so is him talking in my head with that like much pain and stuff? Like that's not something I've experienced before, right? Like do I
No.
know? Okay, so that's a weird thing, right?
That's something new, yeah.
Okay. And then you said he sounded more sane than normal? That's what you said?
Yeah. He sounded very articulate and calculating instead of the mad lunatic you had seen.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. And then you said that it looked like Orphala has her blade out as I'm literally like on the ground, like on my knees.
Her hand on her
because
blade.
it hurt. Oh, okay.
It's that on edge, I'm not sure what the hell's going on, but I'm ready for whatever type of thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And
That's why I
I
had
not-
Vyri step in. Yeah.
And I like fell because it was hurting so bad.
You are on your knees because it hurt that badly. Your head was in your hands. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's when Vyri would have been seeing her like hand on sword, like lightsaber to the throat, being like, "Don't move," and then looks over to you and like, "Ben."
Oh
You
yeah.
okay?
Okay. Yeah. So she like, I guess it stops and she like takes in like a deep breath, and then she kind of like looks up and notices that Vyri has like her, the blade to Orphala's throat, and she just waves her hand like, no, it's fine, it's not her.
Blade's still there.
I said it's not her.
I know.
Orphala kind of gives this sigh, and again, her hair is still obscured over one eye, but you see an eye roll, and she goes, "If I wanted to kill you, Vyri, I would have, and I wouldn't have saved you from Yara." And she just looks very stone-faced, unamused.
Yeah, she attempts to flick, like with the force, like detaching the sword from her hip, like flinging it across the room to like the armor if she can.
It almost goes, but her hand tightens on it, and you just see it tense before she catches it at her hip. And now Orphala looks at you. She goes, "I'm sorry. When a Jedi tends to go insane, I get a little edgy."
All right, you two. Did you say Orphala, right?
Yes.
Did she already say it? Okay. Yeah, all right. This explains a lot. Vyri, both of you just stand down. I think we and she like just kind of slowly like starts to sit up. Yes, I just talked to me, so I think we have a couple other things to worry about aside from this quarrel. Don't you think?
She's probably
She's, like,
working for them.
Massaging at her head.
I want to see
Another
it.
eye roll from Orphala.
Vyri, as she does the eye roll, Vyri uses the force to push the hair out of her face. A real dick move.
Very dick move.
What's there?
Her hair washes back, and you just see this mechanical implant that looks to be like a robotic eye. It's kind of covering a good portion of her face, very Phantom of the Opera-esque. And it looks like an actual eye. It kind of can flicker every so often, and you see the computer part of it, and then both turn to you, Vyri. But she doesn't say anything, she just stares.
I don't normally miss. And as she deactivates her saber, but it is a good look on you.
Is everyone alright?
Quite.
Everyone on?
Yeah, we have a prisoner of war, Del. Why don't you put her in the jail in their brig or whatever you call it?
Vyri, you were so calm earlier. I would love it if you continued that for at least 10 minutes until I can get my bearings. Thank you.
I'm fine.
Mm,
She's not an ally.
Vyri, calm yourself.
What? And she's just like looking like
Ven's like still literally on her knees,
Mom!
like
she's a danger on the ship, then. You don't know her like I do.
You don't know me at all.
Obviously.
You sure as hell don't know Yara.
Dale's gonna like come and have a look at what the commotion's about. The hell's going on here?
That's the bitch that betrayed Yara and got her kidnapped with Sai in the first place.
Actually, I didn't do shit.
Mm.
Right.
And she's
And
like,
Ven like slowly starts to like get to her feet, looking very irritated with Vyri.
Right.
Paula kind of rolls her eyes and goes, "You wouldn't listen to me even if I tried."
Look, I think this is going to be spoken, and this is what a lot of us are thinking. You or Follow, shut the fuck up. Alright?
All right.
I don't need...
Did anyone notice she just saved our life, though? I mean, we can talk like adults, everyone.
I mean, she didn't really save
voice
her
comes
life.
over
She
the
used
comms.
Yara.
We
No.
both talked at the same time.
Then I don't think she saved our lives. I think she just intervened where she didn't need to.
Actually, and she kind of sits back a little bit and holds up her hand. I did save your lives. I came here at the behest of the Republic to save your asses. So yeah, I kind of did.
You just hear
Right.
Io's voice come over the comms. He's like, yeah, I don't see us having been able to do anything with the way she totally froze you up, Del. And yeah, I appreciate the save.
Shots fired.
No fucking on the ship. Everybody behave, or I'll turn this right back around.
Oh God.
Right.
Just try to play nice to like get to where we're supposed to go.
Fine. Fuck's sake.
Vyri's looking at Del and Ben and everyone like, I don't understand how.
Right.
I don't care what she did. She needs to be in the brig.
We
We'll put her there
can
in a
talk
minute.
about this later.
She's just gonna sit out here and just be fine and be able to hurt anyone on the ship.
She
won't
I mean,
move.
she's wounded, isn't she? I kind of like start to look over. Do I feel okay now? Was it like a quick thing and now I'm back to normal, or do I have any lingering like
Yeah.
feeling like crap type of thing?
Fine. It's like he kind of reached out to you and gave you that message and then totally retreated. So it's like as soon as it was there, it was gone and you were back to normal.
Okay.
Right. Can I just point this out? Alright?
Yes.
First of all, right, Vyri, what the fuck? going after Yara on your own. That's a no-no. Right? Two,
I didn't go off my own. You just got held and couldn't join me. There's a difference.
how the fuck do you know that we're here? Funny thing is, I
See?
never told the Republic about us being here. I never said a word to them, nor did the Mandalorians.
Revan
Sure.
reached out to me.
Oh,
really
man.
doubt that.
Oh, man.
Then starts
no,
to
no.
like.
I'm walking away.
ignoring-
I'm walking away. I've got a phone call to make. You see Del immediately go on his comms, and he walks into a separate room.
Yeah, Vyri just turns back. Stop your lies. You're not going to believe any of them.
Ven is like ignoring their relentless interrogation, and she starts to like look over Orfala's wound, and is like grabbing medical like Bacta, or whatever those things are called, like spray bandages, and she
Have
just
you got
starts
your
working on
Bacta?
her, like completely ignoring them being like,
Vyri's
antagonistic.
armor cross, like not helping Ren whatsoever, as if she's like not even helping her. Yeah. She's had worse. She survived way worse than that.
Orfala
I
just
should
kind of
know.
rolls her eyes and turns to you, Ven, totally ignoring you now, Vyri. So you must be Ven, the Jedi Master?
The best Jedi
Technically-
Master.
Technically just a knight, but yeah, I'm Vyri's master.
Oh wait, you're not a master? I didn't know that. What?
No. The Jedi don't like me
The
enough
best
to promote
Jedi
me
Knight ever.
the Jedi don't like me enough to promote me to master.
Vyri's
Okay.
She kind of smirks as she's
Everyone, you're a
working
Jedi
on
Master.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the mark of.
Technically.
I
More
wonder if
or
this has happened
less.
before.
I call you Darth Venner.
Oh, no. Stop.
God.
Um,
I'll be back.
she kind of nods at that to you, Ven, and she goes, okay. I figured you, with the other saber kind of narrowed it down. Thanks.
Of course. I appreciate you stepping in. I'll be sure
I'm gonna need you
to.
to.
Vyri, I'm getting very close to getting angry with you right now. You need to take a
Oh
breath.
shit.
Matt.
Y'all
she's
telling me
really
that
good
hearing.
too, huh?
Sorry.
Vyri just twirls on that and leaves the room. Fine, believe her lies. And about
Follow
you
just-
start hearing stuff back in Vyri's area, destroying and there's much of a Dell things exploding moment.
No, blaster fire on the ship while we're flying. Just hear his voice ranting over the comms.
Ven, who fun fact,
Me.
not as patient as normal, but she and over the sounds of banging and Io going, stop doing this, she just says to Orfala, this is pretty typical. You can if you
Where is she, by the way? Is she in your room? But
oh yeah, maybe I take her.
so now we have a medical bay.
Yeah, we could say either
I
your
probably
room,
would take you to the medical
bay.
place then.
Yeah.
Yeah, medical.
The
'Cause I
medical
was
place is just a
grabbing some-
corner of the cargo.
I was about to say, yeah,
It's
like
got
you can definitely hear the crashes and
Yeah,
on the other
it's
side of
really
the boxes.
Oh yeah, it's like right there because
We're just watching her.
watching things go flying. It's like, oh, okay,
Mumbling in her voice.
love it.
She just says if you'd like to explain your side to me, I will listen to you. And I'll try to make some peace once someone calms down.
Things go quiet. You get the sense of Vyri's probably on the other side of the
Eavesdropping.
crate, like eavesdropping and like arms crossed. Like, I'm not gonna listen, but I'm definitely gonna make sure I hear everything.
Yeah, Orphala just kind of takes a breath and excuse the hell out of me. And she goes, yeah, I know Vyri ain't gonna believe me, but a couple of days ago my crew and I were contacted by Korriban guy, and she asked us for some help. Said a couple of friends were gonna infiltrate Korriban for some godforsaken reason. And
She makes it sound like such a bad idea.
and, and I guess you guys were saving somebody, but she reached out out of concern and asked for me to help capture some people. We had just gotten this assassin guy, and then the next object was to check on your crew. And when I saw Yara talking to you guys, I had to try to save Vyri again.
Yeah, you say again. Also, assassin guy.
Yeah, this Sith had this weird
Sion.
creature fighting with him. I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Sion.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Like,
welcome, by the way.
does he have a name?
Sky said his name was Seahorn. I don't know. It was just
Seorn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you have him somewhere?
Seahorse.
Jesus.
yeah, my crew got him. He's fine. He's being transported to where she is. She said she wanted to keep an eye on him personally, for whatever the fuck that means.
Would have been nice if she would have informed us. That says. And then she goes, all right, so you say Vyri again. She has a very different recounting of what happened.
You hear a whisper over the comms because Vyri doesn't know her comms are back on. She's like, oh shit, man. Like this whole time, just like whispering, like, yeah, bro, okay, save me, okay.
Paula kind of looks up at the comm system and then back down to you, and she goes,
Ben just waves her
You do
hand
that
like,
a lot?
just ignore it. Just...
Then, do you have Vyri? Do you have Vyri? Then, can you tell
Wait,
her
is he-
her comms are muted?
Fuck. Clip.
There you go. She'll find out eventually.
Paula starts laughing at this before she winces and lets out a hiss of pain, and her hand kind of goes to her shoulder. 'Cause that's the Vyri I know. But long story, and I don't think she wants me to tell that story. Not my perspective, anyway. Water under the bridge. Either way, yeah, I came to help you.
Well, I would imagine you should tell that story because she seems to think very differently. She seems to have, yeah. I think you two should talk, but I might need to talk to her first.
Yeah. She's a spitfire, that one. Have fun with that.
I always do. Stands up.
I owe you a drink for that then.
For what?
She kind of goes quiet a little bit and she kind of looks over at the wall where noise from Vyri had been. And you see her expression go sad. Before she goes, keeping her safe when I couldn't.
Yeah, and Ven seems to look like she reads that and says, "Of course, I care about her a lot. I hope that you both can talk and resolve whatever this is between you. Maybe some of that regret that you're feeling can ease."
Sure as hell hope so.
Well, I'll talk to her. We have a few things we're trying to get arranged. You do not need to stay in whatever it is she was wanting to lock you up in. You can stay here. You can stay in my room if you like. If you need some time to rest, feel free to use it.
I think I'm just gonna take a breather here, call my people and let them know I'm alive. And then you talk to your crew. I don't think a single one of them believes me that haven't reached out to me. I wouldn't believe them.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like Dell's confirming it right now, so hopefully it will be obvious soon.
Orphala just kind of nods before letting out a sigh and kind of leaning back into the bed and just kind of closing her eyes for a moment. You don't get the sense that she's asleep, more just she's calming down.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably step out. I'll be in the same area as her, to keep an eye on her, because it's not like Ven 100% trusts her, but she's just not hostile. And she'll just kind of just put Dell on the comm and just say, "Hey, when you hear from Revan, let me know."
Don't worry, you'll be able to hear me. You will hear me.
All right.
Oh,
We're
shit.
gonna have an
All
AW.
going to hear.
I want it. I want it so bad.
How is she?
I want to hear now.
Ben,
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you. What you said.
how is she?
We're gonna have a right.
How is who? Vyri?
No, not very. The other one.
Oh, Orphala. She's all right. She seems like she will recover fine.
Good. I've got a few questions for her and I want you to be there.
Yes, well, she does. It sounds like Revan did instruct her to come and also to bring Sioran to her. So if you could ask her, Revan, about that, that would be
Yeah, that's me.
fantastic.
That was
Yeah.
me.
What?
I put the hit out on Sion, I instructed the entire Mandalorian fleet the moment that they saw Sion to subdue him and bring him in. It's only until recently that Revan wanted part in bringing him in. So yeah, don't worry, I had that part planned out. I also had it planned out that Yara would be brought in, but apparently everyone else had a few other plans about that. And I'm getting comms that they can't find her anywhere. So she's probably off world by now,
Well,
but
I know we were supposed to be secretive, but apparently it doesn't matter that Yara got away anyway.
yeah.
Because Asidus talked to me. So he knows we were here.
Good. Then he knows we're not fucking around anymore. And we're coming for him.
Mm. Yeah, he said he's going after someone else now, but I don't know who it would be.
All my family are here. So I'm good.
Mm.
Sion is with the Mandalorians. I was here. Mira and her mother are here. They're currently having a moment. I'm leaving them having it. You're here.
Yeah.
Joseph, Jax and that are here. Trey is here. As far as I'm aware, that's everyone that we're connected to currently is somewhere safe. As far as I'm aware.
I can't think of who. I mean, maybe Revan, but I don't even have that many attachments to anybody. So I don't know.
He wouldn't dare go after Revan.
I know he wants to. I just don't know if...
He won't do it himself. If he wanted to, he would have tried. We wouldn't have this conversation. He'd be dead. You don't fuck with a pregnant lady.
True.
I love Del.
Yeah, just
So I don't know. It's something to watch out for, though. I don't know what he's planning next, but he sounded very level-headed, strategic.
is that normal?
It used to be. Not lately, I guess. So I'm not sure. I don't know what that means.
I'll keep note. I'll see if I can get I think I'll get Lord Mandalore to see if he can bring me up any information at all. Yeah.
Sure, that'd be great.
Could you hug Drea for me right now? I just need to not be. I need to give people space. I'm not in it right now, if you get what I mean.
Sure. Yeah, I can. Why don't you... Well, are you calling Revan right now?
I'm waiting for him to contact me back, but I think the sandstorm's causing problems. And we
Okay.
did kind of...
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, I was just going to say, I'll hug Drea for you, but I kind of want to keep an eye on our follow until you confirm that she's with Revan.
If you want, we can swap out for a second. I'll just have a look at her. I won't
sure.
move or do anything.
Okay.
Where is she?
Medbay still.
Roger that. And he's going to head to the medbay. He's going to shut the door behind him and look at Orphala.
Roger.
I honestly still keep picturing it. It's just like this corner of the cargo bay with like no walls around it. It's incomplete,
I know, right?
okay? So, just draw
It's a work in
around
progress.
It has that like those like plastic wraps you see in rooms that are under construction or whatever. Just draw that.
Yeah. We have the money. Why don't we have one installed? God damn.
Because I was lazy.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't asked Mira to borrow money.
Plus, he gets a kick out of it, and we don't seem to need it that often, so.
Del will like stand in front of her Arms crossed. Or further, right?
Orvala kind of opens one eye. She hadn't otherwise reacted when you came in. But when you finally say something, she kind of opens her eye to see who it is. Before she kind of takes a breath. Yep, it's me.
So, you're the one who caused Vyri so much pain in her life.
Oh shit.
Me and Yara.
Yeah, what about you two? That's a new thing I've heard about. You know, I've heard little snippets here and there when Vyri, forgot to turn off her comms, something between you two. And I'm going to make this very clear right now. You may say you're with Revan, and you may be with Revan, but know that even if you cut me down in some way to get out of this situation or go back to whatever fucking criminal scum you go to, my family will kill you before my body hits the ground.
I have no interest in killing you, Mandalorian. I was paid
Can't
to
say
do a
the same
job.
right now.
I was paid to do a job. I did the job. Well, mostly.
Paid by who?
I'm the
Revan,
hero of the
right?
Republic.
Revan, right?
Exactly. The hero of the Republic.
Don't call her that.
Jedi to end all Jedi.
Don't
Revan.
call her that.
Also known as Sky the Smuggler.
I'm gonna break a finger for every time you ignore me.
I'm fine with that.
I told you who it was, whether you choose to believe
And
me or
I said,
not.
stop calling her that. And you ignored me. You have nothing here. You are no one here right now. But a sack of shit that has been dragged into our lives right now.
I have
Ben's
a
probably
problem
done
with.
hugging Drea and comes back. It probably took like 2 seconds.
I have a problem with him breaking fingers because I think I'm the only one with medical training on the ship.
I don't want to fix her fingers.
He does have medical training. Del does have medical training, believe it or not. But he just looks her up and down and goes, did the Republic know we were here?
I'm the one who knows his Revan. I was told not to say a word to the Republic and only
And
talk
yet-
to any Mandalorians.
And yet you claimed that the Republic sent you, so forgive me for being a bit skeptical. Is it Revan or the Republic?
Revan told me. Revan told me to claim I was part of the Republic unless I was around you guys. Why else do you think the Republic let us join in the fight?
Do they know that Revan sent you?
Nope. They just think I am a smuggler looking for loot on the grand world of the Sith. That's all they needed to know.
Right, so I'm going to tell you a few things wrong with that. One, nobody, the higher-ups of the Republic and the Mandalorians are meant to know this is a place for the Sith. So you've jeopardized that bit. Good for you. Two, why the fuck would a smuggler group just happen to come across an entire invasion? Your story's bullshit. So
Yeah,
what
you
have
wouldn't
done,
believe the truth anyway, so.
I wouldn't believe the truth.
Ven
Orvala
is
kinda
like
sits
in
up.
the. Yeah, well, Ven's like she like comes back and she's like, okay, so instead of
I'm almost done.
necessarily.
I'm just talking.
Instead
I'm
of
not
being at
interrupting.
each other's throats, can we talk about this civilly without threats?
I appreciate it.
Don't worry.
Mira
nice.
/ Rob would appreciate it.
telling them that you're part of the Republic or making them think you're a smuggler group. I don't care what story you used. You've jeopardized this whole fucking thing. And now the people at the top who are working for Sadus obviously had something to go off of so that he knew we were here. And right now, there are 2 people who I know that could have told him. That's you and Sion. And if Sion did it, Riven's going to have a fun time with him.
Paula kind of lifts her hand up, actually at you, Ven, kind of after you sigh. She goes, it's fine. One, Diorn didn't do it. Actually, Diorn kind of came peacefully.
That's hard to believe.
And is currently in transit to be watched by Revan, or her instructions, for whatever reason, to Revan had a feeling, I guess. Whatever that's supposed to mean. And she kind of looks at you, Ven. Jedi thing, I assume. Had a feeling that something was going to happen. So she wanted a little extra protection for her friends.
Right, fine. Fucking... I do love her. I do love Revan.
Yeah.
She's...
Yeah.
Right. First of all, you're going to get paid whatever Revan offered you, and then we're going to deal with this shit later. Right? But then you and me got to talk with Revan about dumping this shit on us. Alright?
Yeah.
I think you can understand my frustration right now.
Oh, I'm a little frustrated with some of the not communicating that happened during this. So
Yeah, because guess
yeah.
what? You could have got Vyri killed. And he turns to Orphala. You could have got Vyri killed. You know,
I just don't know if it's I just don't know if it's Orphala. It's I don't really know why she would be taking the blame here. It sounds like she went out, captured a couple people, and that's it. Am I correct?
If you're Vyri on the other side of the grate, that's what she does, though. She spins lies. You don't think Sky would have let us know?
She's like peeking out.
Vyri,
Vyri
come
was
here.
behind the crate the whole time. Yeah, listening to everything.
Vyri, come here.
Yeah, wow, I didn't know that.
Fala kind of gives a heavy sigh before she brings out her communicator, and she goes, do you want to call her? I can call her.
We've actually been waiting for her to call back, actually.
Right.
Fabulous. Let me call her, and you'll believe me. And immediately she dials it. And there's kind of a blipping before a hollow video of Revan shows up as she's facing Orphala. And she looks a little bit surprised before she goes, well, that was quick. Is everyone okay? Are you okay? Did you... You're on the Peachy Keen, aren't you? Fantastic.
Revan.
Before you get mad, Bill, I said I would handle it.
Right.
I handled it.
Just let me vent. Everyone, let me vent. 1, don't ever do that again. If anyone's coming to help us, you tell us. Because I would have had no qualms with putting bullets in this woman. I had no idea who she was at the time. And apparently she saved us. Apparently, according to her, she saved us from Yara.
You couldn't
Save
move.
Vyri.
God damn it, Niall.
Now, just clarify me this, at least. Right. Sion is captured. His whole ruse worked. He's presumed dead.
Yes. He is...
Right, good.
the table for now.
Yeah, why was
And
I not
he's-
informed of this? Ben says.
I wanted to keep this down low, because I knew everyone would have problems with me trying to bring Sion in. You know, but if he wants to do shit his way, then I'm doing shit my way. He's brought in, and he, let me guess, died valiantly protecting the Sith or whatever bullshit that's come up with it, right?
Oh no, he died like a coward in a group of people. It's fine.
Oh, thank God. I can live with that.
There's a visible smirk on Revan's face,
I can
and she
live with
just
that.
kind of glances over at something before back to you. No, he's fine.
Is he protesting? Does he come?
You know, for a quiet guy, I can't tell. It's
Right.
pretty quiet.
Okay. Let me just clear some things up. We have Ophala here. Ophala, you were sent by Revan. Revan, can you confirm?
Yes, I
Right.
sent her because she is one of the best damn smugglers, aside from you, Io, in the galaxy, and I
Right.
pulled some strings to get them to look like they were part of the Republic to help you.
According to records, I think the best smuggler in the galaxy is technically named Sky, but
I
Flattery
didn't
gets
know
you
I had a
everywhere.
title as a great smuggler. I was like shocked.
Vyri,
His voice really
Vyri
comes.
steps forward up to the comm link so Revan can see. Revan, why would you lie? Why didn't you tell me? She looks really hurt.
Because I was worried that you would get yourself killed trying to save Yara.
Glad you trusted me. Twirl around and leave.
See what you did. Look, right, okay. So let's just. I'm trying to keep my head here because right now I should be out there fighting, helping them. But I'm needed here, right? Sion is alive and captured. We have Orphala here now. We don't have Yara, and the whole part of the plan was we were going to get Yara as well, but I guess that fell through. How are we looking for troops? How many did we lose? How many people did we get out in time?
As far as losses, not as many as you'd think. Don't know what happened, but apparently every slave was released at once and fought back, adding to the numbers. We lost approximately 5% of Republic troops, 1% of Mandalorian troops, and 3% of the slaves who fought back. But
it's really good numbers.
everyone else survived. They were not expecting a coup underneath them. It disoriented them greatly.
Right.
And Sidus was not there to guide them, so they were a little distracted.
Right.
Oh, he wasn't here. He wasn't here.
I don't think that was ever part of the plan. I think he had, he was going to do something with a Star Force or some shit like that. Hence why we took the opportunity while he wasn't here.
I thought that's why he contacted me, was because he was close. How did he do that? She like rubs her head.
Yeah, that's another thing. Somehow, Sadus contacted Ben, knew we were here. So the whole point of us keeping this secret meant fuck all.
I don't know how he knew.
Contacted you how?
In my head.
You a headache? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It was very painful. I've never experienced anything like that before.
You see a flicker of confusion followed by realization followed by horror on Revan's face before she goes, "Here's Mother, where is she?"
She's in the back of the ship. Fuck, we didn't check her for her implants. Shit!
No,
Dell's
that's
gonna
not.
run. Nope, Dell's set
What?
on running away.
No.
What?
Dell thinks he's done
Don't
it.
do weird things to my mama.
No inappropriate touching on the Peachy Keen. Not
Jesus
without
Christ.
permission.
No fondling Mira's mom.
He's not. Fuck's sake.
She is a MILF. I'm
Gee,
sorry
what-
for that.
what-
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. Angie, that was uncalled for.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are rubbing off on me. God damn it.
I'm old enough to be Mira's father at this point. Just
Precisely, it
I'm
works out.
no.
Anyway.
Okay, right. I'm
Anyway.
gonna type in chat. I'll be back.
Anyway.
Revan kind of looks at you then and she goes, "Force shielding? If they're in close proximity, it negates it."
Oops.
Negates it.
Think of it like magnets. It instead of bouncing off each other, creating the shield, they're connecting to each other. There is no shield. So the instant they became in close proximity, that shielding was gone.
All the more reason to get toward this meetup as fast as we can, or maybe change the coordinates.
I mean, yeah, he could know right now where we are, then you're saying?
Well, I could do
Potentially.
a smuggling, bouncing around route. Maybe give us
I mean,
some
is there a way
time.
they can... Yeah. Okay.
You guys are going to need to come to me.
Okay.
Trust
would-
that
wouldn't that... I
Portala-
mean, that would expose you. If we're basically not shielded anymore.
I have enough strength in me to reach out and protect you all until you get here. Once you get here, you will be shielded by proximity. I will forward my coordinates to Io. And I
Okay.
expect you all to be here.
Peachy
Let-
Keen will be there in a few hours. Days. I don't where. Figure it out.
Peachy Keen made the Kessel run in 12.6 parsecs.
God damn it.
Let's make it 11.
Revan turns to you, Ben, and she goes, let Mira have this. Don't let her know just yet that something is awry. She just got her mother back. I'm afraid she's going to have to separate from her mother for a while, at least until the ascites issue is taken care of. But I'm sorry for the lack of information. I'm a little distracted lately, but you can chew me out as necessary when you get here.
Ven says we'll see how I feel when we get there, but I would appreciate it if that didn't happen again.
Revan just kind of nods before she turns to Rafala and nods, and the call closes. And then Rafala just kind of lets out a sigh and drops her hand to her lap, and she goes, Can I take a nap now?
Yeah, you can use my room. And I kind of show her where it is.
Perfect. Orphala follows you to your room and just kind of collapses onto your bed, leaving you all to kind of recuperate in the aftermath of Korriban and heading to your new destination. And that is where we will end today's session.
Io is like going to find the fastest way to get there, but it's probably going to involve a lot of really scary shortcuts.
Oh my god.